Tadi adik-adik luar biasa, bahasa Inggrisnya mantap banget. Jadi kami sangat bangga dengan adik-adik sekalian. Ya, dalam lomba seperti ini melihat bahwa ternyata Depok tuh banyak orang-orang pintar, dari mulai anak kecil sampai orang-orang gede.
Dear judges, dear friends, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, there are tons of problems that we have to face every day, and eventually we'll have to find out how to solve it ourselves. But of course, decision making, we can't just take it without any consideration or thinking it through, right? But before we dig even deeper into this matter, I want to thank all the judges and the committees of this wonderful event for giving this big of a chance to someone like me as one of their finalists here. I want to also congratulate all the other finalists here because I know for a fact how difficult and full of anxious it is for you. So let's give applause for everyone. Okay, we probably don't know each other, or some of you may know me, but my name is Nafira. People call me Ila somehow. I'm a 12th grader, probably studying at Apresiasi High School. I actually want to give my best regards to my English teachers right here, Miss Rini and Miss Mia, who is a very, very lovely woman. Okay, without any further ado, let's get started. As one of the members of Generation Z, I myself had experienced a lot of bad things during decision making and problem solving, or even just having this perspective in general. Especially because we're teenagers, I can see that we are in a path where we are still searching for who we are, we're still figuring out what are we going to be, and we're still building up that stance in order for us to actually mature. We tend to jump from one perspective to the other, and you think that you might have found your stance, but then suddenly a new side of the story pops up, and then you just couldn't figure out where do you want to be. And it sucks, right? So I just turned 17 last month, and I have dedicated myself into understanding even more about how teenagers think. So what I noticed is I barely witnessed any people, especially from my generation, that use critical thinking in problem solving. So critical thinking is not in any way the same as just thinking. It is a form of thinking where you analyze and evaluate every little single details that you have noticed from the problem. So critical thinking actually has so many aspects from what I read, but there's only two that stands out for me that I want to pull forward to you guys. The first is communication. Blah blah, boring. I know communication is very, very a boring word right now because you heard it so many times because how lame it is. But it is actually crucially important for this matter. You see, when problems occur, most of my generation, they don't even take the problem into consideration and just dismiss it like nothing happened and go on with their life. So that's the problem, because when you neglect a problem, you're just going to pile up all of the problems that you already have, and you will end up just not solving it anyway because you've neglected the problem. And so by communicating, you create this font where you can easily analyze all of the things in your problem so that you can solve it with the other parties. So secondly, which I think is also really, really important, is open mindfulness. As teenagers, of course, our emotional regulation is still very minimal. We are mostly careless, spontaneous, reckless, and even so stubborn, which leads to us not even listening to the other's opinion. Like, for example, myself, I don't even listen to my parents' opinion because, yeah, I'm kind of reckless. So by being open-minded, you actually take their stance and take it into consideration. And by all means, it's not about making your stance their stance, but it's about accepting their stance. So the third one is evaluating, which is you actually assess the matter and take it in, and measure how relevant it is. And so we've studied about this. Sorry. So you see, by taking critical thinking into consideration, you can actually make problem solving more easier. But before I end this, I want to say something. When I say something, oh captain, my captain, you're gonna say you will be missed, okay? Oh captain, my captain. Thank you so much.